Hello, in this video, I'm sharing the lessons I've learned from Robert Kiyosaki, the author of this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Maybe you're already familiar with him. Sounds interesting? Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On this channel, I share what I know and what I continue to learn. And in this video, I'm sharing what I've learned from Robert Kiyosaki, the author of this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It will be very familiar to you because it's a very common book and a very popular book. If you are new here, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, I talk about business tips, earning money online tips, YouTube tips starting recently. I also record just motivational videos. And those videos are intended to get you thinking. And everything is connected to my message here, which is take a step to make your life better. If that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing to this channel and sharing my messages and clicking on the bell so that you get notified when I have new videos. And later I'm going to talk about the details, how I'm even modifying the schedule. But normally the most consistent one is Thursdays and Sundays. Those are premiere videos. They come out at 12:30 Eastern USA time. And on Fridays I have lives. But because of what I'm starting today, I'm adding in some more videos. But without I didn't forget. I don't want to forget those who have been with me, who watch my videos every week, who keep coming back. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. And I hope you're already subscribed and you have the notifications on because we're getting busy around here. Our goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers. That's why I'm introducing even more videos. Okay, so today I'm talking about Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if you're familiar with this name, but for me and for many other people, he has changed the way we think about money and we think about education and all that stuff. And today, I want to share the lessons without even going inside the book. Because what I'm trying to do today, I'm just introducing this new schedule that I'm trying to do. See, I have all these books. I want to talk about famous authors, especially if they're writing about something that connected with the Take a Step to a Better You message. And instead of recording motivational videos, many of you know me because of motivational videos, I want to bring the lesson, the thing that you can make use in your own life. So I'm starting with this book, but actually, I have more books. In fact, that's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's the title. But he also has more other books like the Cash Flow Quadrant. He also has Before You Quit Your Job. I don't have it here. He has many others. And then people like Stephen Covey, The Habits of Highly Effective People. I have Susie Orman, very financial, anything financial. So you please add a comment. Do you think this is a good idea? Because like with this book, I've already read it in different versions. This is the latest version. So what I want to do is to read this latest version, like maybe a chapter, and then give you what I learned from that chapter here in a short video, maybe 10 minutes or less. And these are going to come more frequently than the normal schedule that I do. This book, when I'm talking about lessons from books, they'll come like same schedule, which is 12:30 Eastern Time, US Eastern Time, but they may come like every other day or even daily sometimes, especially when I'm still on this goal of getting 10,000 subscribers. So anyone who's interested in this, please subscribe and click on the bell so that when I have a video coming out, whenever they get ready, I'll get them out. You get to be notified. Okay, that's not a set schedule, but I already have a set schedule of 12:30 Eastern Time on Thursdays and Sundays. Those continue. In fact, those interested in YouTube tips will be on Thursdays still, and any other business tips. And Sundays are going to be replaced with this, because these I consider this to be in the motivational category, because we're still learning things to change our lives. Now, today I'm not going to review a chapter yet, but I'm going to introduce Robert, if in case you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is. And I'm also going to mention just a few things that opened my eyes when I first got to know about his messages. His messages were called controversial when he first said these things over 20 years ago. So, but for me, what I took out and what I used already in my life, because you see me now, I'm actually in starting over mode. Before I was middle class and all that, I told those stories. But in starting over mode this time, I don't want to go alone. I'm going with you, especially if you are interested and you feel like what we're doing here can make a difference. Anything I'm learning new, I'm sharing. Anything I already know, I'm sharing. The reason I'm doing this book is an updated version. So I want to read it and also share with you. Now, the lessons that I already got from Robert before I even go to this updated version is the importance of passive income. You hear, I mean, if you've been listening to me, I've been saying passive income is so important. If something ever happens, you know money is still coming. So that's a big, big lesson that I first got from Robert. And then the other lesson was, don't see a house you live in or a car you drive as assets. Those are not assets. And the definition of assets, according to him, something has to be bringing money in. If it's a rental property, yes, that's an asset. But a house you sleep in, if it's a car that goes out to a vehicle that goes out to bring money, then it can be an asset. But something that you spend money on cannot be an asset. That was an eye-opener. Another lesson that he said, that instead of saying, I cannot afford it, say, how can I afford it? Because then it opens up, you start thinking of ways you could afford whatever. Don't say, oh, I can't afford that, and then leave it. Like, just, if you really want something, ask yourself, how can I afford it? That was a lesson from Robert Kiyosaki. Then he also says, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. That's why the rich people are rich. They know how to deal with taxes. They have so many tricks they know. But if you are an employee, it's hard to avoid those high taxes and all that stuff. That's why he's not a big fan of employees. That's why sometimes his messages are controversial, but I don't want to get into that. I want to get into what we are learning from him. And then he says, you have to make sure money works for you. Instead of you working for money, money should be your money should be working for you. And according to him, it doesn't have to be actually a lot of money. You can become successful without having a lot of money. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'll open a chapter, read it, take a summary, record a video. Maybe 10 minutes or less. I know. My videos tend to be long. I'm working on that. So I'll try to make it short and have a message in that video. Whenever I see a video flowing through, I'll have a message that I got from the book. It's a review from me, but he says he updated it a little bit. I had it on audio already, but I want to open the pages and read it and give you something that I know is from him. Okay? Now, who is Robert Kiyosaki? I got introduced to Robert Kiyosaki through this little book. This was like, I think 1998 or 1999, somewhere there. It was before the year 2000. And I had just come to USA. It came like, it was free in the mail. Even my address is still here. My address at that time is still here on this label. You can't see it. This book was free. And it was introducing me, at least they did a mail, because he had the book, but they refused to sell his book. The publishers, they refused to. So he's It's a self-published book. That's how you say it, right? So the way he was promoting his book was through the mail, and he was doing it himself. So I got this, and when I read it, I said, wow. I'm not going to read everything that's in here, but I'm going to read something about the author. In fact, it's updated now, the way they describe the author. He's a millionaire, an entrepreneur, an educator, and an investor. Robert Kiyosaki, excuse me please for reading, because if I just say it out of my brain, you may think maybe she's not right. This is his own words, okay, in his own book. Robert Kiyosaki was born and raised in Hawaii. He's a fourth generation Japanese American. After graduating from college in New York, Robert joined the Marine Corps and went to Vietnam as an officer and helicopter gunship pilot. When he returned from war, he worked for Xerox Corporation. He tells that story. And in 1977, started a company which was making wallets, and he was selling wallets. And then in 1985, he founded the international education company that taught business and investing to tens of thousands of students throughout the world. In 1994, he sold that business and retired at the age of 47. Then, shortly afterwards, he wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, I was introduced to the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by this little mailer they did, and he was summarizing a little bit of what it was all about. And he had a program. It was a program you had to subscribe like every month. I think we're paying like $10 every month to get access to everything he was doing, those audios. A lot was happening with him, but I was following him a lot and learning. So I first read his book, this one, this version. And I read it, but now he has the updated version, this one. And this is the one I'm going to read and share. On this channel, I'll be just summary. Like I read chapter 1 and 2 maybe and record a short video. I promise there'll be short videos now in the 10 minutes range there. Now, what does Rich Dad mean? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's from right here. There's a little summary. I'm going to read again. I'll make sure I have text on this video in case my accent or something is not very clear. So, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the story. It's a true story. Some people say it's not true, but it says it's a true story of the lessons about money that Robert Kiyosaki, the author, learned from two men. His real father, who was a PhD and superintendent of education, who died broke, and then his best friend, his dad, who dropped out of school at age 13 and went on to become one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. That's what the Rich Dad, Poor Dad story is all about. And when we read this story, he's going to be teaching us lessons you can use. So when I read a chapter and I summarize what I learned there, I'm hoping you also take it on and try to change it. But it's not easy, actually, by the way. It's not actually to believe what he says in here, because some of it people didn't like it. In fact, that's why the publishers refused to publish his book, because he was saying things that people did not believe, did not want to hear. Up to now, from the time I've been online, I know that there are many people who would not like to hear what he says because of the mindsets we have, because of what we grew up with. That's why, this is my opinion, Rich Dad's message is so important. But like for me, I used it, I mostly took the message of passive income. But what's missing, what I thought was missing from the little I've been following the gurus and what they do, is the issue of personal development. Because personal development plays a big role. Like me, I got all these lessons, but why am I not a millionaire? Anyway, I know two factors for me Number one, he had the principle of, that he teaches of using other people's money. That one was a big one for me. I would like fear. I couldn't even think of that kind of stuff. Using other people's money to do, because mostly he was advocating real estate. And for me personally, I don't believe in big loans from banks. That's another one. Because if you're going to invest in real estate, you have to be working with banks. But that's a personal thing for me. So limiting beliefs is a big one for me. So personal development is going to help you with the limiting beliefs, with the fears, all those things you grow up with, the mindset. So that's what I would add. That if you're dealing with the messages in here, you have to also be working on your personal development, on the fears, on the limiting beliefs of I can't afford that, I can't do that, we don't do those kind of things over here. You have to get rid of those. And you'll see that soon, in the near future, I'm going to start bringing personal development too, suggesting where you can go and deal with the personal development. And the law of attraction. All the successful people know how to work the law of attraction. These are just my opinions I'm adding in. But Robert is great with his lessons. I'm going to start sharing. Watch out my videos. Please click on the notification, because I don't have the schedule yet, but I think they may come every other day or every day until I get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to be recording, summarizing these books, and please leave a comment. Are you interested in what I'm suggesting? Because I thought I would do it like that instead of coming to say this is 5 lessons from the whole book. Let me get it from himself, the way he presents it, and pick out the points and present them to you. I think that's a better way, because if I use my own words and summarize things or get them from online, many people are talking about him, but in different ways. I didn't like that. I want to get it from his own book. So are you interested in any of these, the ones I mentioned? The 7 Habits of Effective People, Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, and Financial Freedom, Susie. And maybe I could talk about Jim Rohn, all those people who have done great things. I could do some research and bring it, but in forms of short videos, not those long ones. I'm starting this year to drop the long videos. So our intention is try to do that. So what do you think? Is this a good idea? You want to learn the lessons of Rich Dad Poor Dad, or any other author you want to put? By the way, I didn't mention something if I close this off. I've been talking, I do a lot of audible. See, I have my phone here. This one has so many books, audio books. That's why I've not been reading so much of the physical books, because I do audio a lot. But then I thought I called Amazon, I called Audible, because I want to arrange for this channel, for my channel here, that all my subscribers have access to free audio books on my account. I want to create an account which is accessible for those who are interested, so you can listen to the ones I have. Already I have so many titles here. I think I have 40 titles right here, but I can add more. You can even request which one you want me to add. So I want to have it to be accessed by many people. We are working out something. So when that happens, I'll let you know. And I'm recording this one on February it's going to be February 7th, 2021. So if you come a little bit later, maybe a week later, watching this video, I may have links below, linking to books, linking to Audible, depending on what I'll have arranged at that time. So look below in the description. For right now, as I'm recording, it won't be there immediately, but I may add links later for those who want to get access to the books I'm talking about, because I'm still arranging some things. Okay? That's my video. Please let me know if you care about this series, because I'm going to call them lessons from, or lessons learned from. Now, these are lessons learned from Robert Kiyosaki. And I already actually recorded a video on the cash flow quadrant, but I think as we continue, I'll discuss it a little bit more. Okay, only if you're interested to watch it, but that's my intention. Here my intention is to share anything that I know is beneficial for someone who wants to move their life forward. That's what I do. I don't go with viral topics or anything like that. I bring what I know is important. Okay, if you liked it, if you think there's value, give it a thumbs up, and please share it. Please invite people to come to my lives on Friday. We do them, they're fun. And I make them private after that. We just discuss, chat, ask anything. And then recently I give out some free gifts, small. So come and please subscribe so that we'll get to 10,000 subscribers and make it more fun, make it a real community that can benefit us. Like I always end these videos, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Leave a comment. Bye-bye.